In the previous video, we finally finished making our simple name it application, and we can see it running here. Let's say we type a cloud name here, and then it suggests us all these things. But you might have noticed that still there is one flaw in it. The flaw is when I empty my keywords, it is not going away. It is not going away because the results that are given back to us with the library, with the name startup name generator library, if we pass on an empty string there, it does not give us empty array. It still gives us a list of names. So what we need to do is we can have it a very quick fix there. So here in the handle input change, instead of just directly allocating it to a name of input text, what we can do is if input text is present, input text, something very similar to what we did above. If this is present, then we need to do this. Otherwise, we can assign it to an empty array, and that should fix it. Let's say, let's test it out. Let's say code, and so it did that. And if we go back, yes, the results disappear and our app is perfectly working. And just one last quick fix before we move on to the deployment section. We can have the target as underscore blank so that it shows a warning. So basically it says that without target underscore blank or without a rel as no referrer, you should not use that. There's a separate theory behind that. We can probably discuss it later on, but yes, since the motive of this video is to understand deployment process. But yeah, so we are completely done with our application. So now as you can see, whenever I type on, let's say cloud, and let's say if I click on any one of these, let's say cloud lab, it's going to open the Namecheap window in a new tab. So yes, that is it. Now let us deploy our application to GitHub Pages for free. So there are very simple steps to do that. The first step is basically you need to install the GH Pages as a dev dependency. All you need to do is copy this npm install gh-pages space -- save -dev. All you need to do is stop our server and paste it here and then press enter. It will keep installing. It will probably take a couple of minutes to install. By that time we can follow the separate instructions. So in the meantime, I want you to make a GitHub repository if you don't already have. GitHub is basically a place where you can store all your code, and then you can use the Git version control and so on. So more on GitHub can be actually done on a completely separate video. It actually deserves a separate video series itself. If you want, I can create another video series on basic Git commands and basic how to use Git and GitHub and so on. But yes, for now you can just follow along. So once you log in into your GitHub account, you will see something like this. Let me open my own personal GitHub account. So it will look something like, if I go to github.com/Madhav Bahl, and let me just type it in here. So inside here, this is my account. So it will be something similar for you as well. So all you need to do is click on that plus button and create a new repository. So now I am storing all my code stocks in the Lean Programmer organization. So it's a little bit different for me, but yeah, you have to do it from new repository, and I am doing it from here. So here I am going to name the new repository as name it. Very simple. Let's say final, some description, final app for name it, video series and so on, something like that. And I'm keeping it public. You can keep it private if you want, and just create the repository. Let's see if our application and GH Pages got installed. Yes, it did got installed, and it's awesome. So now we can very well follow the next steps. So next, what we want to do is, nextly we want to add these following scripts and following properties to our package.json. As I told you, the package.json contains the information about your project. So I am going to go to my package.json file, and inside that I am going to add a home page property. So what should be the value of this home page property? So it can have three values. First of all, if you have named your repository something like the, let's say, your username, I'm going to type it out here, your username dot github.io. In that particular scenario, what you need to do is you need to put in this thing as itself, http colon this and then you can put it very easily. But in case you have named it something else, for example, if you have named it name it, then you need to put it like this /name it. So don't forget this step. This is very important. In case you miss this out, it won't work for you. The username here is what you see in the URL just after github.com. For me, the username is the lean programmer. For my personal account, it is github.com/madhavvel. So madhavvel is the username, what we see here as well. So don't forget, if you name your repository anything other than your username.github.io, you will have to type in username.github.io / the repository name, repo name. Always do remember this. For now, this was the second case. The third case is for me, because I have set up a custom domain with my GHpages account. So I am going to type it, theleanprogrammer.com/name it. And it's as simple as that. Setting up a custom domain, I can very easily create a separate video on that, and you can even search it on Google, how to set up a custom domain with GHpages. So yeah, that was the first step. Now we need to add two more things. This is the pre-deploy and the deploy scripts. So inside the scripts, remember, not in the root, inside the scripts you need to add a comma and then you need to paste that, which is deploy and a pre-deploy script. And that is almost it. We are almost there. All you need to do is now link your local repository, which is your local code, to your GitHub repository. What you need to do is you need to copy this, Control-C, and then you need to go to your terminal. Inside your terminal, what you need to do here is, first of all, let me clear this and let's see. Yeah. Now what you need to do is initialize a repository, git init. Then you need to link your local repository with the GitHub by git remote add origin, the name of the origin, which is the URL, or through SSH also you can do. The next step is stage all those changes. Again, this is something specific to Git, which I'm not covering in this video, but you can directly follow along. Git add dot and then git commit -m add the finished project or something like that. Add the project, add the name it project. This is just a commit message, and then git push. You need to set the upstream as well. Git push origin master, and that's it. That is it. Just one final step remaining now, which is to run the deploy script, which is npm run deploy. I'm just going to type it out, npm run deploy. After it finishes, it is probably going to take a couple of minutes. It basically builds the React scripts and then creates the build folder and all those things, and then it actually deploys it to the server, to GitHub Pages. Awesome. So it says that it is published, and now let me refresh the page, and now let me type out the home page that I mentioned. If I open it from here, it isn't published yet. It probably takes a couple of minutes. So yes, but don't worry, after a couple of minutes you can find it out very easily and you can check it out. It will be something like theleanprogrammer.com/name-it, and you will be able to see the live demo of my React app hosted there. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like this video series, and I am super excited for the next month's project as well. But before going, there's one more thing. Since I promise that I'm also going to talk about React hooks, I am also going to tell you a little bit about React hooks in the one final video for this month. I hope you like the video, and trust me guys, it takes a lot of time to build these tutorial videos for you guys. It takes a lot of efforts. So yes, please do like, share and comment, so that your little like acts as a big support for me. So yes, do like, share, and comment on this video, if and do share it with your friends as well. So yes, see you in the next video with a little bit of introduction about React hooks.